than 3 decades into the fight against AIDS, we are at another turning point. The direction we choose and whether we walk that path together will determine our future for years to come. We have the tools and the knowledge to end our AIDS epidemic. What's stopping us? The will to act now and act together. Our journey toward a nation without AIDS has already begun, and you can be a part of our growing movement. In June 2014, New York made history by announcing a state plan to end AIDS as an epidemic by year 2020. By the end of that year, 2 other major U.S. plans were launched in San Francisco and Washington state. In 2015, 3 more jurisdictions declared similar commitments to end AIDS: Fulton County, Georgia, Pittsburgh, and Colorado. That momentum lit a spark in 2016 with 8 more cities, counties, and states announcing their own end AIDS plans. Massachusetts, Arizona, Oregon, San Diego County, California, Houston, Washington, D.C., Hennepin County, Minnesota, and Miami-Dade County, Florida. Here's how we are acting now to end AIDS. By 2020, New York State will decrease annual new HIV infections to less than 750 and increase the percentage of New Yorkers with HIV who are undetectable to 80% or more. In San Francisco, the vision is to reduce HIV transmission and HIV-related deaths by 90% by 2020. In Washington state, the vision is to reduce new HIV infections by 50% by 2020. Fulton County, Georgia's vision is to have no new HIV infections or AIDS-related deaths, full access to HIV prevention tools, and all people living with HIV virally suppressed and in care without stigma. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the vision is to reduce new HIV infections by 75% by 2020 and achieve an AIDS-free county, increase the percentage of those with HIV who are undetectable to 95% or more, and link HIV-positive persons to care within 48 hours of diagnosis. In Massachusetts, the vision is 0 HIV stigma, 0 AIDS-related deaths, and 0 new HIV infections. Arizona's kick-ass vision by 2021 is to have new HIV cases be rare, and 90% of people living with HIV will know their status, be on HIV meds, and be virally suppressed. In Oregon, their vision is to end new HIV infections, treat everyone at risk for HIV, and have everyone with HIV be healthy. Colorado's strategic response will address the needs of those living with and vulnerable to acquiring HIV, fully educate its citizenry about HIV prevention and care, and end stigma in all communities. In San Diego County, California, their vision will eliminate all new HIV infections within 10 years. Houston's vision will use an intersectional, social, and racial justice approach to end the epidemic within 5 years, striving for 90% of people with HIV knowing their status, 90% staying in care, and 90% being virally suppressed. In Washington, D.C., the vision is to end the D.C. HIV epidemic by 2020. 90% of HIV-positive people will know their status. 90% of those diagnosed will be in treatment. 90% of those in treatment will be virally suppressed. And there will be a 50% decrease in new HIV infections. In Hennepin County, Minnesota, the vision is to decrease new HIV infections, ensure care, access, and retention, and empower communities disproportionately affected by HIV. In Miami-Dade County, Florida, the vision is to eliminate HIV transmission and reduce HIV-related deaths. How? 14 jurisdictions nationwide collectively plan to achieve these goals by getting insured, getting tested, getting PrEP, getting treatment, and getting everyone engaged. We will identify people with HIV who are undiagnosed, offer routine opt-out and targeted testing, expand PrEP access for those at high risk, link HIV-positive people to rapid care and treatment aiming for same-day ARV therapy upon diagnosis and the goal of undetectable status, launch sex-positive health campaigns, and eliminate fear, stigma, and ignorance. Join our movement. There's never been a better moment to act.